The WNBA world is on fire after Sue Bird, one of the most respected legends in women's basketball, just put Angel Reese in her place following her shocking Victoria's Secret stunt. It all started when Angel, fresh off another viral social media post, decided to partner with the lingerie brand in a bold new campaign that had fans split right down the middle. Some praised her confidence, calling her the face of the new generation, while others said it was a major distraction from her crumbling basketball focus. But nobody expected Sue Bird to step in, and when she did, she didn't hold back. According to insiders, Sue reportedly told teammates that there's a difference between building your brand and forgetting your game, a line that instantly spread across social media. Fans are calling it a public wake-up call, and Angel Reese's reaction, let's just say it's got the entire league talking. Did Sue go too far? Or did Angel need to hear the truth from a legend who's seen it all? One thing's for sure. The tension between old-school discipline and new-school fame has never been this explosive. Stay tuned, because this story is only getting started. To truly understand the firestorm that erupted between Sue Bird and Angel Reese, you have to go back to how both women represent two completely different eras of the WNBA. Sue Bird, the calm, calculated veteran, built her reputation on leadership, consistency, and hard work. Over 2 decades, she became the model for professionalism both on and off the court. Her every move was deliberate. Her every statement was measured. She wasn't just a player. She was a symbol of what it meant to be part of a growing league trying to earn respect on a global stage. Angel Reese, on the other hand, is the face of a new generation, flashy, bold, outspoken, and unapologetically confident. She rose to fame during her college years at LSU, where she dominated the court and made headlines for her fierce personality and viral moments. Dubbed the Bayou Barbie, Angel turned her fame into a brand, from sponsorships to high-profile appearances. She didn't just play basketball. She became entertainment, culture, and controversy all wrapped into one. When Angel entered the WNBA, it was clear that she wasn't just another rookie. She was a marketing force. Her name brought attention, cameras, and massive fan engagement. Brands lined up: Reebok, Starry, and now, Victoria's Secret. Each deal took her further from the traditional mold of what an athlete used to be. Some loved it, some hated it, but everyone was watching. That's what set the stage for the current storm. When Angel Reese was revealed as part of a new Victoria's Secret promotional campaign, social media erupted. The photoshoot was glamorous, provocative, and completely different from anything a WNBA player had done before. While fans praised her for breaking barriers and redefining what female athletes could represent, the old guard, including Sue Bird, saw it differently. Sue Bird had retired from the game, but never from its integrity. She was still a voice of reason, often invited to panels, interviews, and sports networks to comment on the evolution of women's basketball. And when asked about the growing trend of players focusing more on branding than basketball, she didn't hesitate to speak her mind. Her comments, widely interpreted as being aimed at Angel Reese, sparked the biggest intergenerational debate in WNBA history. She reportedly said, "The foundation we built wasn't based on modeling deals or social media clout. It was about pushing the game forward. If that gets lost, so does everything we fought for." That statement hit hard. The internet immediately split in two. Younger fans claimed Sue was out of touch, unable to understand how social media and image building were part of the modern game. Older fans, meanwhile, applauded her for defending the core values of athletic excellence. And in the middle of that storm stood Angel Reese, unapologetic, stylish, and seemingly unfazed. But those close to the situation say Angel wasn't as calm as she appeared. Behind the scenes, she was furious. She reportedly felt disrespected that a legend she looked up to had publicly shamed her instead of supporting her evolution. To her, this wasn't just about basketball. It was about control, about how young women athletes are constantly told what they can or can't do with their image. And just like that, the story turned from a modeling deal into a full-blown generational war. On one side, the icons who built the league from the ground up. On the other, the new stars trying to redefine what the WNBA could be. It wasn't just Sue Bird versus Angel Reese. It was tradition versus transformation, respect versus rebellion, and the past colliding with the future of women's basketball. The tension between Sue Bird and Angel Reese exploded when Sue's comments about branding over basketball went viral across the Bleacher Report and Twitter. While she never mentioned Angel Reese by name, everyone knew who she was referring to. The timing was too perfect. Angel's Victoria's Secret photoshoot had just dropped, dominating headlines for days. Within hours, Angel Reese's fan base flooded social media. Her supporters posted clips of her highlight reels, tagging Sue Bird and writing, "Respectfully, Angel's building the league in her own way." Others were less polite, accusing Sue of jealousy and gatekeeping. Angel stayed silent at first, but the silence didn't last long. During a live interview on a major podcast, she finally responded. Her tone was calm, but her words cut deep. "I respect Sue Bird, no question, but I'm not trying to be her. I'm trying to be me. The game's evolved, and if they can't handle that, that's not my problem." That one quote broke the internet. ESPN clips, TikToks, and YouTube reactions poured in. Some praised her for standing her ground. Others called her disrespectful, claiming she lacked humility. But what came next made the feud impossible to ignore. Just 24 hours later, Sue Bird doubled down in another interview. She didn't hold back this time, saying, "You can't call yourself the face of the WNBA if you're more focused on lingerie than layups." The internet erupted. It was the quote heard around the league. Fans couldn't believe Sue said it so directly, and the WNBA community split instantly. Some players quietly liked Sue's post, others unfollowed her altogether. And inside the Chicago Sky locker room, the atmosphere grew tense. Angel Reese reportedly walked into practice that day, visibly upset. Teammates noticed her scrolling through social media, shaking her head as headlines popped up. One insider claimed Angel vented privately, saying, "She doesn't get it. We built this for women who don't have to hide who they are." But then came the twist no one saw coming. A leaked email surfaced allegedly from within the WNBA marketing department, revealing internal discussions about how Angel's Victoria's Secret deal might conflict with the league's image policy. The email wasn't confirmed, but that didn't matter. The internet believed it, and suddenly rumors spread that the league itself was quietly unhappy with Angel's new brand direction. Sports blogs ran with the headline, "Is the WNBA trying to silence Angel Reese?" Sue Bird's side argued this was exactly why she spoke out, to protect the league's image before it spiraled into chaos. Angel's supporters fired back, saying Sue's comments had given the league permission to shame a young black woman for embracing confidence and femininity. Suddenly, this wasn't just a feud between two players, it became a cultural battle. Angel Reese represented the new, unapologetic wave of players who refused to fit traditional molds. Sue Bird represented the pioneers who fought for respect in an era where any distraction could jeopardize progress. But as the story spread, so did the tension inside the league. Angel reportedly started skipping post-practice media sessions. Brands called her agent asking if they should pause upcoming campaigns. And one insider claimed Angel told a close friend, "They don't want me to be great, they want me to stay quiet." That's when things shifted from controversy to crisis, because the backlash wasn't just from outside anymore. It was creeping inside the WNBA itself. And the moment that realization hit, everything around Angel started to crumble. The feud between Sue Bird and Angel Reese exploded into something much larger than either could control. What began as a few words on social media now had the entire WNBA divided. Inside the Chicago Sky, teammates whispered in the locker room, careful not to be overheard by reporters. Some supported Angel privately, saying she was breaking barriers. Others thought she was bringing unnecessary heat to the team, especially with the season still in progress. According to an alleged insider leak from a Chicago Sky staff member, there's pressure from the top. The league office has been calling. They don't want Angel's situation overshadowing the games. That comment set off a firestorm online. Suddenly, fans believed there was a coordinated effort to silence her, that the WNBA itself was turning against one of its biggest stars. Meanwhile, Sue Bird's name continued trending. She was invited to appear on ESPN's First Take, where she clarified her earlier comments but didn't back down. "I've got nothing personal against Angel," Sue said calmly. "But if you care about the future of this league, you can't forget the game that built it. This can't become a reality show. It has to stay about basketball." Angel's response came later that night on Instagram Live, and it was explosive. With over 100,000 people tuned in, she addressed everything directly. "I've worked my whole life for this," she began, visibly emotional. "But I'm not gonna let anybody, not even a legend, tell me how to be me. I'm not ashamed of who I am. I'm proud of the woman I've become." Then she dropped the bombshell, revealing that her Victoria's Secret deal wasn't just it was the start of a full brand collaboration, with her designing her own limited edition collection inspired by athletic confidence and feminine strength. The announcement was supposed to go public a week later, but Angel revealed it early out of frustration. Within minutes, Victoria's Secret confirmed the partnership. posting a teaser video featuring Angel in their new Fearless campaign. The caption read, "Confidence has no limits. Angel Reese embodies the future." The internet lost its mind. The post gained millions of views in hours. Fans and celebrities flooded the comments. Shaquille O'Neal, Cardi B, and even Megan Thee Stallion voiced support for Angel, calling her a trailblazer. But not everyone was cheering. Behind the scenes, reports began to surface that several team executives, including from rival franchises, were uneasy about how the deal might impact the league's image. One anonymous executive told a journalist, "We support empowerment. But the line between athlete and influencer is getting blurry. That worries sponsors." Then came the most shocking twist yet. Screenshots leaked online showing a supposed internal memo from a major WNBA sponsor reconsidering its relationship with the league. The memo claimed the recent publicity surrounding certain players' off-court branding decisions had created potential conflicts of interest and negative fan sentiment. In short, they were threatening to pull funding. If the leak was real, this was catastrophic. Millions in sponsorship money were on the line, and many pointed fingers at Angel Reese. Overnight, her empowerment story became a financial liability, at least in the eyes of the WNBA's front office. Sue Bird's supporters said this was exactly what she warned about, that focusing on glamour over gameplay would backfire. Angel's fans fired back harder, saying she was being punished for doing what male athletes do all the time: profit off their fame. The tension was now at a boiling point. The WNBA's brightest new star was being framed as the face of controversy, and every headline screamed the same question: was Angel Reese about to lose everything she'd worked for, just because she refused to play by the old rules? The aftermath of Angel Reese's Victoria's Secret reveal and Sue Bird's criticism was nothing short of a cultural explosion. The basketball world, celebrity circles, and even mainstream media outlets were all weighing in. Every show, from ESPN's First Take to TMZ Live, had a segment dissecting the situation. It wasn't just sports anymore. This had become a national conversation about fame, femininity, and the evolving identity of women's basketball. Sue Bird's comments were replayed over and over again, painted as either wise mentorship or outdated policing, depending on who was speaking. Former WNBA players, like Candace Parker and Lisa Leslie, took cautious stances, reminding viewers that every generation of players redefines what it means to be a professional. Yet others sided firmly with Sue, claiming that Angel's off-court choices were pulling focus from the game. The split was deep and visible. Social media turned into a war zone. On X, formerly Twitter, hashtags like #TeamSue and #StandWithAngel started trending simultaneously. One viral tweet read, "Sue Bird had decades to promote women's sports, Angel's doing it her way, and she's winning." Another fired back, "Being famous isn't the same as being great. Sue Bird built the WNBA Angels just playing dress-up." Meanwhile, Victoria's Secret capitalized on the chaos, releasing behind-the-scenes photos and clips from Angel's campaign shoot. The posts broke engagement records, pulling in over 20 million views in 24 hours. Business outlets like Forbes even jumped in, noting how Angel's brand appeal had skyrocketed by nearly 300% in online searches within a week. But the WNBA itself wasn't celebrating. According to a supposed insider leak, several executives were furious about how quickly Angel's modeling deal overshadowed the league's playoff coverage. One leaked text exchange between two anonymous owners allegedly read, "We're losing control of the narrative. The Angel situation is distracting sponsors and media attention from the actual games." And that wasn't the only problem. Sports journalist Rick Bucker claimed that at least one WNBA team had quietly discussed benching Angel for non-performance reasons if her media antics continued. The league's PR department reportedly scrambled to deny this, but the rumor only fueled more outrage. Fans accused the league of hypocrisy, celebrating players like Caitlin Clark for breaking the mold, but punishing Angel Reese for doing the same in her own way. Even NBA stars started chiming in. Draymond Green tweeted, "They mad Angel got style and skill. If this was LeBron modeling for Gucci, they'd call it marketing genius." Shaquille O'Neal went even further, posting, "Angel Reese is built for this era. Strong, confident, and unapologetic. Keep shining." But the most shocking reaction came from an unexpected voice, Caitlin Clark herself. In a clip that quickly went viral, Caitlin was asked about the controversy during a post-game press conference. Her response stunned everyone. "I think Angel's just doing what makes her happy," she said calmly. "We may compete on the court, but off the court, She's her own person. She's allowed to build her brand however she wants. That statement flipped the narrative overnight. For months, the media had fueled a supposed rivalry between Angel and Caitlyn. But now Caitlyn's public defense of Angel added an unexpected layer of respect to their dynamic. Fans who once pitted them against each other started posting side-by-side edits, celebrating both women as icons, redefining the league in different ways. Still, behind the smiles and trending hashtags, the WNBA's boardroom tension was growing. Leaked emails and private whispers suggested something massive was brewing, possibly involving new restrictions on player brand partnerships. And as rumors of a conduct clause began circulating, a policy that could limit how players monetize their image. One thing became clear. Sue Bird's comments hadn't just sparked a debate, they had opened Pandora's box, and Angel Reese was now at the center of a war between tradition and transformation. Just when the dust seemed to settle and fans thought the drama was fading, the story took a wild turn, one that nobody saw coming. Late one night, a mysterious video began circulating online, reportedly leaked from a closed-door WNBA meeting. The clip, just 37 seconds long, allegedly featured executives discussing damage control measures. Following the Angel Reese Victoria's Secret controversy, the recording captured a tense voice saying, "We can't let this turn the WNBA into a circus. We need to protect the brand, even if that means disciplining her." Within hours, the video had racked up millions of views and reignited the outrage. Fans were furious. What did disciplining mean? Was Angel about to be fined, suspended, or even blacklisted from sponsorship events? The WNBA refused to comment, only saying, "We are aware of the alleged video and are reviewing the matter." That silence only poured gasoline on the fire. Meanwhile, Angel Reese broke her own silence with a cryptic Instagram story, a black screen with the words, "They hate when you won't play by their rules." No caption, no photo, just that one chilling sentence. Within minutes, screenshots of it were everywhere, and that's when Sue Bird stepped back into the spotlight. During an interview on ESPN's The Jump, the host asked her point-blank if she regretted her comments about Angel. Sue leaned forward, smiled faintly, and said, "Regret? No. But I didn't realize it would expose what's really happening behind closed doors. Maybe that's a good thing." That statement set social media ablaze all over again. What exactly did Sue Bird know? Was she implying that the league had a history of silencing outspoken players? Or that Angel Reese was being targeted for stepping outside the mold? Fans started demanding transparency, accusing the WNBA of hypocrisy for celebrating empowerment while punishing individuality. Even more shocking, a popular sports podcast claimed to have sources confirming that several of Angel's sponsors, including one luxury brand rumored to be Reebok, were being pressured by league representatives to distance themselves from her until the situation cooled down. That report, true or not, sent the fanbase into full revolt. #ProtectAngelers began trending across multiple platforms, with celebrities and fellow athletes voicing support. But just when it seemed like Angel was finally gaining sympathy, another leak hit the internet. This time, an alleged email chain showing that Angel's own team, the Chicago Sky, was considering contract adjustments due to unapproved promotional activity. Whether real or fake, the timing was devastating. The idea that her own franchise might turn its back on her made fans' jaws drop. In one final twist, Angel posted a video message late that night, calm but defiant. She looked straight into the camera and said, "If being myself costs me everything, then so be it. I didn't come this far to start pretending." Then she smiled, whispered "Watch what happens next," and ended the video. The internet exploded. Was Angel Reese about to walk away from the WNBA entirely? Would the league really risk alienating one of its most marketable stars? One thing was clear, this wasn't the end of the story. It was the calm before the biggest storm the WNBA had ever seen. This story isn't just about Angel Reese or Sue Bird, it's about a league caught between image and authenticity, and a superstar who refuses to play by anyone's rules but her own. The question now is simple: will Angel double down and fight back? Or will the WNBA's pressure finally break her? One thing's for sure, whatever happens next, it's going to shake the entire league. If you want every twist, every leak, and every insider update the moment it drops, make sure you're locked in with Locked On WNBA. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join the conversation in the comments because we're tracking this story from every angle, from locker room reactions to league boardroom decisions. No one covers the WNBA drama like Locked On WNBA. Stay tuned, because the next chapter is coming faster than anyone expects.